All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants doing another draft film breakdown brought to you by SeatGeek for the Giants draft class. And we're looking at fourth round pick Dane Belton, the safety out of Iowa, 6'1", 205 pounds. This past year at Iowa had 46 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 5 interceptions. If there's one word to describe Dane Belton, it's versatile. And obviously Wink Martindale is going to use that because he lined up deep, mostly in the nickel, honestly, is where I saw him the most, coming down. And then obviously in the box as well. Just some stuff on him before we start breaking down the film. I think he's got fine speed when he's like sprinting or he's just like in the hip and going, but he does lack good change of direction speed. Strength-wise, I think he's got good strength to not be overwhelmed in the box. When he is in the box, he's just not an aggressive tackler, but he doesn't miss many. Coverage-wise, he played a lot of man versus slot wide receivers in the nickel spot, and actually played it. And he's very physical through that. Like he likes to reroute guys, work to that leverage that he's trying to get to. But he does have some bad reps where he does lose, and then he gets burnt pretty good. But again, he's playing a safety, not a true nickel corner in the NFL. And the zone coverage has his eyes on the QBs. He's gotten better at recognizing patterns, but there is some reps where it's like you can recognize that better, be a little more aggressive. But there's some really good plays in there, and you see the 5 interceptions, some good ball skills as well. So let's get into it. Dane Belton, safety out of Iowa. First play, we're going to go through some man coverage to start. So he's in man here, lined up, obviously inside leverage. And you kind of just show how he's physical. Doesn't do that past 5 yards where you're going to get those holding penalties, maybe 6 yards. They're clearly trying to stop inside routes. So gets those hands on there, gets them. He knows the slant's coming, then work back inside. And the ball's thrown behind him. A slant is a timing route. They've got a ton of pressure. But it gets the ball thrown behind him, bad timing. Next play, we have him lined up here, right here, again in the slot playing man coverage. This Michigan State film was actually from 2020, not 21. I only had 2 games of all 22. There's that. That's why I'm using this year's film. Again, likes to work from inside leverage, the scheme at Iowa. Getting hands in the hips. We're turning with them. We've got this shut down. This dig route shut down. So, again, he's got, for a guy who's a safety, he's got a lot of nickel experience playing that man coverage. Next rep. Again, lined up inside. We're working right here. We're going to get a drag route from the tight end. Gets those hands. Throws them off. Now let's work back. Get that inside leverage that you want. Get that inside leverage to make a play on the ball if it goes there. Ball goes somewhere else. Good rep in man coverage. And again, you see way more good reps of man coverage than you do bad ones, but there is some bad ones. Here we are right here. Again, this is just too high, man coverage with the 2 high safeties. And that's one reason, they're working more inside. Now, I think his feet need to be a little more active at the stem of these routes, but gets hands on him, gets to that inside leverage. We're right there with him. This is against slot wide receivers. But I think his footwork needs to be a little bit better at the break. Now, some bad man coverage reps. We're right here. Again, this is man coverage with the 2 high safeties. He's got help, but just doesn't transition into that trail mode, that trailer position. I mean, he's already lost it. You can see he wants to work hands. Receiver gets that outside release. Bam. We're here. Not bad. But you see how, wide receivers can get him fits with speed. Again, it's not the worst rep in the world, and you got the safety over the top. But again, if you're putting him man, there's going to be some bad reps. Lined up down here on this one. Again, you got the safety help. But this is where trying to be physical at the stem of the route can get you in trouble. Because when you miss, and you see how his feet are stuck in sand, you're missing, you're overextending, and you're done. This wide receiver's killed you. I mean, that's a lot of separation versus flood concept. And again, he has the safety over the top to help. You know, if this ball does go there, the safety's going to be there. But, you know, QB's rolling out to the left. But you got to have your feet ready. You can't be in a position like that. So, again, you know, those are the man coverage reps we're going to go through. I think more good than bad. Obviously, the NFL is going to be a different level. Guys who set up routes, stems a lot better, and they're going to get him to miss more like that. But that's stuff he has to work on. But, again, he's physical. He's physical through the route. Like, that's stuff that you look for in those box safeties when they're in coverage. Some zone coverage stuff. Some really good stuff. We're lined up inside. Sorry, this is man. Sorry. So this is a good man rep. Inside leverage, gets the hands, fights back inside leverage. Yeah. Reroute. Work inside that hip. That's going to lead to pass breakups, and the ball ends up going out here anyways. But that's going to lead to pass breakups, especially on third down. You know, especially like this is a play that Wink Martindale is going to run. Okay, this is, you know, third and I think this rep is like third and like 8 or 3rd and 7. Well, you're going to give all this look over here, and Wink's going to send them all, and he's just going to play the one safety high. These are drive ending type of reps for Dane Belton. So some zone coverage stuff. We're lined up right here on this one. Good job reading the QB. See what the QB's doing. So he's got this seam right here. This QB wants to hit the seam route. This is what the QB wants to hit. He wants to hit this right here. But he does a good job carrying it with it. You know, showing that, hey, he might just run up the seam with this. Baits the QB to like, all right, now time to get down to the check down the flats. This is the flat defender. Gets down there. Ball ends up getting skipped, but he's there. I do think he could be a little more aggressive that once this is passed off, just go. Just go. Like that can lead to a pass breakup if the ball is thrown well. If you get there quick enough, it could be an interception. But again, baiting the QB into plays. Here lined up inside. And again, this is from 2020. I think he got better at stuff like this, but this is like a really bad rep. They're running a curl seam. So he's running up the seams, he's curling out. This is, you know, so he's got the deep coverage, he's got the flats. But it's a cover, you know, you're matching that pattern, so you're running with him. Once you pass that off, you gotta sprint. Get out in these flats. Like this is not your responsibility. Sitting here and there's no use for this stopping right here. This is an interception if he plays it with more aggressively, more with his instincts. Just get to your zone. This could be an interception. If he doesn't stop right here, do this stutter right here. I mean, look where the stutter starts. Where the stutter starts right here. This QB's made the decision. He's going there. This could have been 6 points for Dane Belton in his junior year. And instead, it's a first down. Now, from this past year, I couldn't use this is from the broadcast version. I'm using it because it's too good of a play to not put on there. So hopefully this doesn't get demonetized. They're running a Tampa 2, which is he's got the curl hook zone. He's got the flats. This guy's running up the middle of the field, and you got two safeties deep. Just really baits this quarterback into a beautiful interception. I mean, one, look at the play. It's just a beautiful play in general. So what is he doing? Again, they're running curl flat. He's working up the seam. The linebacker's running with him. He's going to get out into the flats. He's running a curl. So he sells vertical to start this route. You know, He's getting 5 yards upfield before, and turning this into an out for the flats. So this QB thinks man coverage. Like when this ball is thrown, this QB thinks man coverage because he sees sell vertical and he sees just that little movement of there is the right amount for that QB. Like, okay, there's my read, there's my trigger, throw this curl route. So he baits this really well, disguises that man coverage, but there's communication. Hey, we're passing this off. You've got the flats. And this gets back to his zone, gets his eyes on the QB, eyes on the ball, and makes a hell of an interception. Just one hell of an interception. Like, this is beautiful stuff. This is high IQ stuff. This is good instincts. And it's a really nice athletic play. These are the type of plays that, like, I get the most jazzed up for DBs or linebackers or whoever. Like, when you bait a QB, the QB sees everything that he needs to see, but you disguise it and get just a beautiful interception off of it. Lined up right here on this one, they're going to be running cover 4. So his whole zone is right here. Get to your spot. You see this, you got this guy down here. This is your responsibility. Get to it. Bam. We're getting there at the ball. We're getting there at the same time the ball's getting there. We're laying a big hit and a drop or a pass breakup on third down. On a 3rd and 8, they're covering deep, obviously. But if he just gets to his spot and sit like a lot of safeties or linebackers do, well, he's catching it right here. Belton's right here. And you know what? He may be able to get to that first down marker. So some good instincts in that stuff. So coverage-wise, that's kind of where he is in man and zone. We're going to get to some of his run plays or pass rush plays in the box. When he's given the green light to shoot the gap, he does really well. I mean, here, backed up in their own end zone. Timing. Times it up well. Rip through this offensive lineman. Get some hands on him. If 5 crashes down on this could be a safety. But that's a good job by Dane Belton. Again, coming from depth, this is the type of stuff Wink Martindale is going to want to do. Get in there, burst, tackle for a loss. Again, not going to go crazy over a guy being unblocked for a tackle for a loss, but it's a good job. And he sets it up. He times it up well. And a lot of the times, that's what it's all about for, safeties and linebackers getting their tackles for a loss or the sacks. It's about timing it up well. Now, he's going to come from outside of the screen here on a blitz. Good job. Times it up well. Misses the tackle. Now, he doesn't have an issue with missed tackles. He's not an aggressive tackler, but he doesn't have an issue with missed tackles. Maybe that's why he's not as aggressive, is because of plays like this. But this is Iowa up 3. A little over 2 minutes left in the game, and this is 3rd and 10. This should be a game ender. This should be okay. Now we have a 5-point lead. They're punting the ball. We're going to kneel down 3 times, and the game's going to be over. QB escapes. Big dude. Horrible throw. But if that throw's on time, well, now they got 1st down and 25 with a little over 2 minutes left, down 3. Instead, they have 4th and 10. But a good QB, that could be the difference of winning and losing. I've seen it time and time before, where it's that one play between winning and losing on those last drives. So good timing up on the blitz, but just got to make the tackle. Some stuff versus the run game. Here, lined up in the box. Good IQ, good reading this stuff. You see what he's got. He's slanting inside. You got the pulls. Stay tight. Get inside this. Beautiful. Set it up for 31. And then you get to shed inside and help with that tackle. Good stuff picking up what they're doing. A lot of guys, especially safeties who are coming down the box, they see this and they run through it. And then they're getting out in the alley. So some good stuff right there. Down here at the goal line on the next rep. Stay patient. Stay patient. Now, he could be more aggressive. Again, you have to play your coverage responsibilities and stuff for the play action. But the ball is in his hands. If he had a little better eyes on this one, he could really shoot this gap a little stronger and make the play. But what he does do is allow his other guy to make the play. Bad tackle effort by 33, but he does his job. And what I like is, okay, he's bounced. Jump that gap. Trying to get a goal line stop. I thought it was a goal line stop. They ended up scoring at 6, but I guess their reviews are a little better than mine. Lined up on the edge out here. Just, again, he's not going to blow up blocks. That's not his play style. But he does use good hands to shed. He never gets overpowered by blocks. Like, this is good stuff right here. Now, I'd like to see him rip a little more inside and get this instead of being pushed down. But again, part of that is the tight end going where he's going. And then the last one, what do we got? Where are we? Oh, lined up right here. You do see he doesn't get blown up, but he does get pushed back on this. But I like using the hands. A lot of guys don't know how to use their hands. Take that left hand, rip, right hand, or left hand pull, right hand rip through, and get in on the tackle. So again, nothing super wowing about Dane Belton, and obviously he's a 4th-round pick. I think there's some good instincts for zone and good opportunities for disguising, and obviously that's something that Wink Martindale values. Good stuff from Dane Belton. I keep forgetting to ask at the freaking start of these videos. Like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the playlist of all the draft breakdowns. There'll be more out. Check out the podcast. I mean, check out the channel. Like and subscribe. We got the best damn Giants coverage there is. I feel confident saying that. So appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Until then, let's go Big Blue.